In this video, we're going to create a new variable in our data set called new cause, or sometimes you can call it parent cause, which will attempt to condense the accident source, because we've got 30 different types here. And the next one I think we'll do is try to reduce it down to like 10 or 11. And I'm going to provide you with an easier way to do it. But if you didn't have access to my cipher or anything like that, if you were to go to something like the Department of Workforce Development, and let's see, let's go under work comp, and I think workplace safety, if I'm not mistaken. And then let's see here. I thought there was hygiene statistics, and here they are. Okay, so if we were to go into the Wisconsin data, and I've showed you this before, shown or showed, I don't know. So this is 2019, but here, so all of these entries here, all this stuff is the child code. This is what we'll probably have already analyzed. These are the parent codes, and so they're overarching. So there are many different types of entries here for, what do they call it? Cause. We call it accident source. And what's interesting is once we complete the analysis, we could actually go in and compare what the state averages were for parent. We could do it for the child ones too, if they match up properly. We can look at it from a frequency perspective too, and just see how our company aligns with the rest of the state. But the rest of the state includes industries that aren't similar to ours. So it's not really comparing apples to apples. But we can look at the overall average and just see what they are. I think that's kind of interesting. So we'll be converting these types of entries into a single, combining into a single type thing. So real quick, I'll show you the, let's see, I think it's right. Oh, that's the one I'll show you in a moment. Here's the assistance document. So here's the cipher here. It's on the tab, new cause cipher. What I mean by that is we want to create a new column in our data set that's called new cause or parent cause. And it's going to be consisted of these categories here, the parent codes. What I did is I took 4 different data sets here, or entries from data sets here, in order to create the conversion. The idea is we will look on our list, we'll sort by accident source, we'll look on our list. Whenever we see, say, an allergic reaction, it's purple, we'll go to this purple, copy, and paste it into the new column. Okay? And for those of you who are colorblind, and that came up, I created one like this. So what you'd have to do is look and see what it is here based on all these entries, and then copy and paste this new code here. Yeah, I've got that up there too. So I'll be providing both of these for you. So if you're colorblind, you can use this table here. If not, I think the color coding is an easier system to use, and I'll show you that here in a moment. So we'll start with our source, the accident source all, and I will copy and paste that to a new tab. And I'll call it, I'm going to call it new cause all. All right. And so now we got to create the header row, filter, and the accident source. Is it already sorted that way? I'm going to hit it just in case. A to Z. Oh, okay, it moved it. Okay, that's even better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure there isn't anything down below on N that's going to split up. Nope, we're good. Lucky. I'm going to insert a column. All right. And this is going to be my new cause or parent code, parent accident source description. You call it what you want. I'm going to just new cause code, because that's kind of what it is. So now what I need to do, I'm going to zoom this in for you. So basically I sorted by accident source description, inserted a column, and typed in a new header. So we got to find bitten by human. There's also bitten by insect. Bitten by animal, human, and insect, it's red. It's red. So on here, red is violent or attack by animal, insect, or human. I'm going to copy it. See, it's highlighted there. I'm going to go back over to my data. I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to go ahead and keep it red for the time being. And then I click and drag it down. Next, caught in, on, under, between object. And it seems to be this brownish color. caught in or in between. And you're probably thinking, oh, this is going to take forever. Well, this does take a little while, but I mean, I've done this on data sets that are enormous. And it's just 718 isn't much. Uh-oh, we're starting to drag. Okay, there we go. I'm going to give COVID its own. So I'm just going to copy and paste COVID over. Ooh. So it's starting to delay now. It didn't do that before. I'm sorry, everybody. I know some of you have said that you've had some your own difficulties with Excel, and I understand that. Oh, geez. I sound like the brother from Napoleon Dynamite. All right, cut, puncture, scrape. All right, cut, puncture, scrape is blue. Exposure to sharp objects. And paste. Because it's not there's no number in it, the number won't change. It'll just stay. Oh, it's just moving on its own. Dust, gas, fume. Purple. Copy. So I'm creating a new variable based on one that's already there. Exposure to bodily fluids. Bodily fluids is purple. So it's exposure to chemicals. Was that there as well? Fluids and chemicals, yep. So I'll just extend that down. Fall, different level. It's this light blue, copy it. And all the slip, trips, and falls are going to be this color. It's like I want to go faster, but I'm worried that it's just not going to stop when I see the end of it. Looks like this is going to be a big one. There we go. Foreign body and eye. Oops. I should save my work too. Foreign body and eye is a purple. There's only one. Holding, carrying. I'm going to save my work at this point. Holding, carrying, lifting, lowering. Sometimes you can look ahead. Holding, carrying, lifting, lowering is yellow, overexertion. Copy. Should point out too that sometimes we should go and read some of these entries to see if that's really what it is, because sometimes this is where we'll get entry errors. I think Carrie had talked about that a little bit. Got miscellaneous. Take a look at that. Miscellaneous is gray. Not many of them. Usually we get more. Motor vehicle. Cool whip. Motor vehicle is green. Next one's needle stick. Needle stick is blue. Exposure to sharp objects. Just trying to look ahead here. Occupational disease. What is it? It's a rash, carpal tunnel. Ooh, states they had carpal tunnel surgery. That should be overexertion, shouldn't it? And repetitive. So I think that is. So I read that one, and I'm changing it based on that. I should read them all, but is it pill crusher or pill pusher? Pain in hand. I think that might be overexertion too. The rash on arm seems more like a biological. Let's see if there's a occupational disease. Is purple. Yep. Yeah, so those other two would not be these biological or chemical agents. Oh, starting to hit the wrong buttons. I'll put that there. All right, pushing and pulling. I think that's also overexertion. I'm going to double check. It is. So is reaching and bending and all that other stuff. So let's see. Yep, and repetitive motion. Overexertion can be brought all the way down. Oh, but not patient. Patient assisting. Let's see what that is. Save my work. So I'm already in R's. It's all alphabetical, so hopefully we will get there soon. Resident, patient, assisting. So this is violent, no, overexertion patient. Did I even put violent in there? Repetitive motion, resident assisting combative. I think patient related, maybe that's why it is. Might have to relook at that one. I'll have to see. I mean, if it's too drastic. So that's assistive, overexertion, assistive, overexertion, assistive, combative. I might leave that on its own. Whoop. Copy, paste, paste. Okay, and repositioning, that is overexertion. Transfer is overexertion. So, strain injury, I might have to read some of those. I can just expand that out a little bit. I need to look. I'm going to save my work. So, violent attack by human, wouldn't that be combative? I think so. Oh, look at it. It is a different color. It is. It's just, it's so close that I didn't see it. Well, my suspicions were correct. Look at that. For once, right, everybody? All right, here we go. Paste. So it is a different color, red, and there. Okay. All right, we are struck by human. Wouldn't that be there too if I copy? Because it looks like it's probably the same thing. Sometimes they call it struck by human, some they call it by resident. We captured it all. Strain injury, left shoulder after working with a patient. So that would be patient related. While working, employee was bringing linen. Nope. We twisted ankle trying to move away from resident. Trying to move away from resident with a wheelchair that backed up into her. That would be contact with. Wait, employee was bringing linen and fell when she went to pick up her foot. Her foot got stuck. That's like a contact with almost. We'll come back to those. Those I think need to be coded special. Struck by and against. I think we've got one for that. Struck by against is orange. So this is taking me a little bit longer than I had thought. The analysis is actually going to be a lot quicker. Oh, there's quite a few of these. Then we've got temperature extremes. Let's see what that is. Temperature extremes is green, light green. Copy. All right. Paste. All right. Now let's go back up here and read some of these. So, employee was bringing linen out of the room. Some fell. When she went to pick up her foot got stuck and twisted her ankle. Seems like an overexertion to me. Employee states she twisted her ankle trying to move quickly away from a resident in a wheelchair that backed up into her. That's a questionable one. But I'm going to say overexertion patient related for that one. Next one states, employee states during crushing pills. We've seen several of those, haven't we? Shooting pain, tingling. Okay, that's just an overexertion. States right arm in pain after opening, closing wheelchair that belonged to a resident. So I'm going to go overexertion for those other three. I'm just going to scroll up here and grab it. So that's how we do it. Quoting Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. All right, so this is all. I know you guys love my singing. It's so good. We've got the location here. We've got the accident source. And now we're going to create something down below here. All right, so I'm just going to borrow the first two rows, copy, and put it right down here. Paste. So this is going to be a new cause code. COVID's already right there. Let's see what this covers. 2 through 70. Okay, so that actually is all the same because we kept that the same. I'm going to go over to my cipher. I'm going to copy and paste this list over, but I'm going to get rid of the color for my actual results table. Hopefully you agree, and we'll do the same thing. So fill, no fill. Poor fill. All right, here we go. And then one extra. That looks pretty good. All right. These are all size 8 and 9. 8. Okay, that's better. Don't have to go so extreme. If I click and drag this and this, will it work? Yep. Oh, it did not. Oh, do you know why? I have to change the column. So we got to go up here and see. We added N. You also realize that some of the columns we had signed before, was it M or N? It's N. Some of the that'll change because we had added a column, so it shifted everything to the right. So this now has to be N. Oh, that is M. Something's not right. It should be N. Jeez, where's my head at? Did I say MN? Okay. There's a lot of distraction going on in the background here, so I'm having a little trouble here. 16 minutes. Yeah, we'll be done. This is actually going to go fairly quickly, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. If there was a 0 there, I would take it out. So if there was 0 count, 717, this needs to be, actually, I'll just extend this down. Here we go. Turn that into an 8. All right, we got to change the M into an N. All right, and I will drag you down to there. And all of these should be correct. All right, let's do some totals. And this needs to be an 8. And this needs to be dragged over. And that needs to be dragged down. And that needs to be dragged down. And we don't do that one. But that 3722111991. Yep, okay. We could just compare this to this so we know that everything is covered. Looks good. So now I got to sort this. We're going to sort by either Z or RPN. Data, sort by, again, see, sometimes it drops it down. I don't like when it does that. So now we got to do by Z. Largest to smallest. Oh, hit OK. The rank is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. We'll see. Probably won't have to go that far, though. Let's see here. Home, 8. All right. How many total do we have? 1, 2, 3. And these are the totals. Okay, let's see. Where is a decent sort of cutoff? 3. We'll do top 3. Top 3 equal that plus that plus that. That to an 8. Go over here, copy and paste this down here. And I'll enclose those. We're at a 67.7%. That's interesting. And currency. Take away the pennies. Okay, we're already at 82. All right. All right. Okay. So it looks like the top 3, and the top 3 is what percent? It's a quarter. 3 divided by 12, we're already at a quarter, 25%. But turn that into a percentage and reduce it to 8. So we're at 25%. At 25% of the new cause codes represents about 68% of the total number of claims and about 82.8% of the total amount paid. And so, and again, what I try to do is I try to compare and look for natural breaks, just like I did before. And but it appears we have a top three. Now this is with everything, right? So now what we need to do is remove those that were more expensive. So I'm going to save it. And I'm going to copy it. And again, we don't have to remove the COVID. And the COVID is second. That's interesting to me. Paste. We need to create the header row filter. We're going to filter the total paid. High to low. Largest to smallest, rather. We're going to highlight the rows up to 34 and cut them and bring it down below. We've got a lot of data now. I don't know if you are realizing this, but paste. Oh, what? Is it because I didn't highlight the whole thing? There we go. All right, so now what did we drop down to? So now we're at 683, 683. Everything else looks pretty good. Let's zoom this in a little bit and see what changed. We're at 120, we're at 130, 140%. Where are we at now? If I sort these again, so this is the original rank, this will be the new rank with the outliers removed. And wrap text, make it bold and it should drop. All right. Now I'm going to highlight all of these. I'm going to sort by Z or RPN. Sort. It did change a little bit. 1, 2, 3. But the top three are still the same. All right, so let's test this real quick. And man, I don't like that it defaults to the 11 size, but whatever. So are we still counting the top three? We are. They didn't change. They represent probably 66 or 67%. And what is 26% of 34.74? It is 75. And is it worth it to maybe drop down to this and this? I don't know. I mean, we're still the top three. We're at 25%. As you can see, you know, that drops down. That's half of that. That's definitely less than half of that. It's probably like a fifth of it, 20%. And that's pretty close to. Let's do a top five here and just see what happens. I'm just going to highlight the whole thing and turn it into font 8. Because if we have 5 equal 5 divided by 12 is what? 42%. Not ideal, but sometimes we have to do that. Equal the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because these didn't change. Drag all that all the way over. Drop that down. Fill this in. Put this into a percentage. Because what we're doing now is we're narrowing the scope of our analysis to just look at certain things over time, see if they're going up or down, in order to make recommendations to management and where we should focus. Or where they should focus. Oh, we're going to be in the 90s now. Yes, sirree. Yeah, 90% now. Just by going 2 additional. Yeah. And what are they? The top 5. Look at these. Yeah, I feel pretty good about focusing on 5. Even though it's 40%, we have a good majority. It's 5 of them. And this won't be, you know, they won't come out as important. Priorities for each area we focus on. But it's pretty interesting. So the next step, and then we're almost near the end. I don't know if you guys realize this. What we're going to do next, I'm going to save my work, is we're going to go back to the priorities set by the policy class code and the accident location. And we're going to sort by new cause code. And, I got a quick, sorry. I'm sorry. New cause, 34 outliers removed. If I don't label it, I won't know. And then we're gonna look at the new cause codes, the count, the trend within those priority policy class codes and accident locations, and see if we can't get an intersection of look here at this, because in the future it looks like there's going to be this number of claims and cost this much. And then at the end, when we express all those priorities, and some of them won't be, some will be, going down at a rate that we wouldn't even recommend it, but we have to investigate it. So we're going to do that. So 5 for one or two, or probably, five of these for one of the policy class codes, 5 of these for, forget for the accident location what we ended up with. I'll have to look at that again. Resort some of these actually and figure what it is. So we might get 10 priorities to recommend. Who knows? We'll at least investigate that many. We report only when we find something that is worthwhile. So that's what we'll do in the next one. I'll kind of set it all up and we'll go through it. And so there's like 2 more videos left and we're basically done. It's just a matter of then, make a full interpretation and then write it up.